Hey, we're back. I'm in the studio. It feels so good.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Feels so good. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let me tell you. How you been, Lou?
I've been doing all right.
You've done a great job in my absence, holding the fort down. And yeah.
Rico and
Al, Esther. Last week we had Al Letizio, and what an interesting guy he is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love Al.
He's the whole family. I mean, Jesus, it's just fantastic.
I'm jealous you got our platter.
yeah, really.
He felt so guilty about that.
Well,
I feel so bad I didn't bring you food.
And he means it.
I know he does. Yeah.
But if you ever walked into his kitchen,
yep,
you would flip. He has a marble table. It weighs, I believe, it's 5,700 pounds.
Wow.
5,700 pounds. It's one
marble top.
Marble top.
Okay.
And it was cut as one slab. They had to use a crane.
His kitchen at the business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had to use a crane to put it in through the roof to get it down, because it's long, it's wide, and it's everything else. What a beautiful, beautiful piece of stone. No flaws, no two pieces glued together.
I got to get this phone call because someone's been calling me for like 5 minutes before the show.
We have a call?
Yeah, I got to get the phone call because I have an idea. I know who it is.
All right.
I'll find out.
Caller, you're on the Sicilian Corner.
Sicilian Corner.
As Louis answering the phone.
All right. He jumped the gun, but it's okay.
Okay, who is it?
It's Robert. He's calling in about our topic for today. You want to set up our topic?
It's Roger?
Robert.
Oh, Robert.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Today, folks, Louis and I, we got open discussion, and it's going to be about what annoys us the most. What annoys us the most?
Pet peeves, right?
Pet peeves.
Can we just take liberals off the table?
Take what?
Just take liberals off the table, right off the top.
Oh,
just
come on.
It aside.
Do we have to? Do we have to? Hey, Robert, you're on the Sicilian Corner. What's your pet peeve?
Okay, I enjoy my own company the best, but I do like to have people over. But the problem is, some people overstay so long that they could change voting precincts, and you just want them to leave.
Don't you flash the lights when you want them to go?
Well, wait a minute. Carol Burnett had a great skit about this. What happens is she and her husband have a couple over, and the couple over just keep droning on, and Carol Burnett's yawning, and then she goes in the other room, comes out in a nightie. They still don't leave, and he's going on and on.
Hint.
Then she goes in the bathroom, puts on cold cream. Then she comes out, takes him off the couch, and pulls out the sofa bed. They still won't leave, and then she shuts the lights out. I mean, really. It's time to go. Don't let the screen door hit you behind.
I like it.
I mean, what do you all think?
Okay, so what's the limit? Is it an amount of time, or is it a time in the evening? Is it like 10 o'clock at night, or is it after 3 hours you're out?
No, I think there's a limit all the time. I don't care if you're having a garden party outside in the summer. 2 hours is plenty. Time to go home and feed the cat or whatever. And I was wondering what other people think.
Well, that's a good point. So you give them hints, but nobody goes for it, right?
Well, I tell them, I said, if I invite people over, I say, come on over at 1 o'clock. I'm having people over from 1 to 3. That's enough of a hint.
Oh, yeah, but they don't take that.
No,
people don't pay attention.
No, if you're giving them good booze, good food, man, they're going to stay there as long as possible.
No, that's not an excuse. I don't think. That's on my own opinion.
Right.
No, it's not an excuse. It's just the way it works. It's the way of the world.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I appreciate you calling the Sicilian Corner podcast.
Thank you for letting me air this. I feel much, much better.
And you know something? You look fantastic, too.
Oh, you can see me?
Oh, sure.
No, don't do that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I'm only kidding with you.
Thank you, Robert.
Take care, Robert.
Okay, so
Okay, you have a great show. Thank you for letting me speak. Bye now.
Take care.
comments in the chat if you want to do pet peeves, we can do that because that's what we're doing today. We want to hear your pet peeves. You can give us a call at 978-659-0072. I don't know how Robert had our number so early.
Well, I send out a bunch of emails.
Oh, that's right, you do.
You know, I have to send them out. I have 8 distribution sheets that I sent out.
Yep.
And I think there's 680
Holy cow.
people that I communicate with. So usually whatever the discussion is going to be or who's going to be our guest for the day, I make sure that we put that on there. So I think that's how we got it. And the telephone number to the studio, like you said, 978-659-0072. Give us a call.
Yep.
Tell us what really annoys the living bejeebers out of you.
No guests today, so we want to chat
No
with
guests.
you.
It's cousin Lou
Yep.
and Mikey, side by each. And you know something? We're doing okay. Today was the kind of day that I wanted to drive. You know,
Well, you haven't driven in a
I
while.
haven't driven in
And
a
you're
couple.
like me, you like to drive.
I do. You know, one night we stayed in Savannah, Georgia. Got in the car, gonna start heading home.
Yep.
Originally, the train of thought was, let's get to Washington.
Yep.
Spend the night in Washington, and then from there, drive the rest of the way home. So get to Washington, have something to eat. Still feeling pretty good, Lou. You know,
Yep.
feeling pretty. You know, we should try and just go a little bit further. Maybe we can get like to New Jersey, New York,
Yep.
and then all we do is cross over the bridge and you're home. Well, I didn't stop driving. I got in the car after breakfast and I drove from Savannah, Georgia, Lou, all the way to Windham, New Hampshire.
Good for you.
15 and a half hours
15
of
and a half
driving.
hours, yeah.
1,033 miles to be exact. I even hated to stop for freaking gas. But today was one of those days where the sun is out and you're driving. And
Oh, is the sun out?
yeah, it was nice. It was going
Wasn't
in
this morning. It was like
in
blustery as hell.
yeah, it was windy. Yeah, windy. But the blue lady hasn't got much use, you know, the last couple of weeks. So today she felt like running. And when it feels like that, I usually put some country song station on, a country song station rather.
Okay,
And
so this is new.
and I'm listening
Do
to
you listen to country music?
yeah,
Contemporary country music or like old school country music?
both. I like
Yeah.
I like it mixed.
All right.
And this one song came on, When I Die, Lean Me Up Against the Jukebox. Now, I can relate to that.
Yep.
I can relate to that.
That sounds old school. Is that an old one or a new one?
It's probably old.
Yeah.
But it had a nice beat to it. I mean, I was getting into it, and Jesus, Mary, I almost missed the exit to get here. But I enjoy that. I like country music once in a while. I go in kicks. I listen to the 50s a lot, the oldies. I like the 60s. I like the oldies. And sometimes I like just listening to instrumental. It depends on where I am and what kind of a mindset I have.
Yep.
And I don't really like a lot of phone calls when I'm driving, so I
No.
don't pay too much attention to them.
I don't like phone calls anyway, but especially when I'm driving.
What do you mean you don't like
don't
phone
like
calls?
phone
You have
calls,
to take
no.
phone calls.
No, you don't.
But anyway, the blue lady ran like a top.
So
It's
so
just-
you're like me. You're probably a guy who just gets in the car and drives. Sunday, let's go for a drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so where do you go?
I mean, I think of not well, you know, I mean, we got so many. We're going to be doing a segment. It's going to within a tank full of gas away.
Yeah.
You remember when I used to do the segments on travel?
Yep.
And I used to put them on Facebook. A lot of people and a lot of our listeners would really comment on that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Since Facebook and Mike don't get along very well lately,
Facebook doesn't get along with anybody.
well,
Yeah.
I don't do that, but you know something, some places are really special.
Yep.
And they're not that far away. I mean, you know, 2.5, 3 hours. And they're unique. They're unique.
Is Barbara into it?
Barbara gets into it.
Yeah, because Janet's not. It's like I could spend a Sunday driving. Like I could just go somewhere, go to just go get a lunch and then just come back? Or
No,
something?
Barbara's a good passenger.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot, which is good. And then if there's a song that comes on that I know, I drive her nuts and sing over it and whatever. I get into it, and it's just me. But the things on the highway, we're talking about things that annoy you.
Oh,
Jeepers creepers, man. I see stuff on the highway today that I would never in a million years think I would be seeing.
other drivers is generally a pet peeve, right?
Jesus. I mean, you'll be driving on 93, and if it's string rush period,
Yep.
all the lanes of traffic are full. And if you're in that third lane and you see a car on the ramp trying to get on, I'll flick my lights and let him or her go in front of me. And then she gets there, or he gets there, and she's doing 20 miles an hour. Man,
Yeah.
I could reach,
Get up to speed.
crazy. I mean, move with the traffic.
Yeah.
I let you in, at least be courteous enough to do the freaking
I know,
speed
right?
limit. It's crazy.
Weavers drive me nuts. I hate weavers.
Something, they're the ones, if it's a Sunday morning, and I love, I like getting up early on a Sunday morning. A lot of times, 4:00, 4:15, I'm in the Blue Lady, and I may just take a ride up to the Encore.
Yep.
And there's nobody. I mean, I go from my house to the Encore, 28 to 29 minutes. There's no traffic. And once in a great while, you just see a car doing like 90, and there's no reason for it.
Yeah.
There's nobody in front of you, nobody anywhere. And I'm looking down and I'm doing 75, and he passes me like I'm standing still. I mean, this guy's got to be booking.
Yep.
But like you said about the weavers, they're the
But
biggest.
if they're in the fast lane and they got room,
Let it go. I
Go.
don't care if you do
Yeah.
120. It
Yeah.
doesn't bother me.
go. Right.
You lose control of it. Hey, your problem, not Mike's.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's the weavers. It's the
Yeah.
ones that are on your ass. They're tailgating you.
First
They-
lane, second lane,
So-
third lane.
and
they
bang,
just-
bing,
yeah.
bing. For what? Where you going?
Yeah.
Where are you going? You got nothing but.
Someday I just want to see one pulled over. Just pass me and then see him pulled over.
I had one about 2 months ago.
You get pulled over?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it wasn't because of weaving, but I mean, he was doing. He was pushing. I mean, he had to be doing 90, 95. And man, oh man, just a junction of 128, 93.
Yep.
There's a area of some shrubs and stuff, and there's usually a cruiser that pulls in there. He had this guy left, right, every which way but loose. And he just pulled out and he pulled him over, and I loved it. I went by, I tooted, doot.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Because they have no sense of humor about weaving.
I was coming home.
Police
I
have
was
no sense of humor. About it.
that bothers me because that's how accidents. You tail and you clip somebody's bumper and have him go out of control into traffic and everything. Oh yeah. I noticed today on the Mass Turnpike, Route 90, truck flipped,
Yep.
dropped the fuel. The traffic was
Yeah.
backed up. Those people, I mean, they're going to be there for lunch.
Yep.
To get to work.
I know, right?
I mean, they're not going nowhere.
All right. So is that your worst pet peeve for driving?
It's
I'll give you one of mine.
okay.
My thing is do what you're supposed to do and everything will be fine. Like when you're driving along a main road.
Yeah.
And there's a side street, right? And the person on the main road stops to let the side street guy go.
Yeah, the crazy.
Just do what you're supposed to do. Just keep going. They can wait a couple seconds. I hate it when I'm the guy on the side street and they stop for me to come out. It's like, don't do that. Just drive by. I can wait.
I know exactly what you said because I've done that.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way not to do it.
Yeah.
You're trying to be a nice guy, or you see somebody driving like Aunt Grace, and Aunt Grace has got both hands on the wheel. She's got no circulation in her fingers because she's holding the wheel so tight. For older people, I try to, I'll bend over a little bit, backwards to try to help
If
them.
there's traffic, I'll stop and let them in. But
Yeah.
if you're on a main road and you're going 30 or 40 and there's a side street and you stop and it's like there's 3 or 4 cars behind, just don't do that.
Hey, listen, we want to hear from you. Everybody out there, everybody that's listening to us, you have to have something that annoys you. If it's your wife, you don't have to tell us that. But if it's something else, please.
We'll take that phone call.
Yeah, we will.
Yep.
And you can tell us what's rubbing your culo the wrong way, because I know there's a lot of things out there that really, really, really can drive you bananas.
Could be. It doesn't have to be a wife. Could be something your wife does. Right. That could
Yeah.
be a pet peeve. That kind of thing could get under your skin.
Or you walk into a doctor's office and you got somebody behind the desk that's going to wait on you, chewing gum a mile a minute. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I go bonkers. You get the low whisperer. I know my hearing isn't that good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But when you
Help me out.
you see the mouth moving and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's damn low. It really is.
Okay. So for this show, I looked up some articles on top pet peeves.
Yeah.
So before we go to the break, let's start a few of those just to prime the pump a little bit.
All right.
And you mentioned the first one is the one you just mentioned, chewing gum.
Drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. That and somebody who walk out of a building, the first thing they do is they spit the gum on the sidewalk, and you get it on your shoes. You just got done polishing your shoes. Now you got to have freaking gum, and you go to walk, and you can hear it sticking.
Especially when you're in service where you have to talk with people, right?
Exactly. It's absolutely crazy.
All right, we get another phone call. We're going to take these blind because I can't answer them here. Go ahead. You're on the air, caller.
Hello. Michael, how are you?
We're doing good. Who do I have the pleasure of
Ray,
speaking
right?
to? Ray?
Cousin Ray.
Yeah.
Cousin.
How are you?
I think I'm doing all right today.
That's
Ray,
good.
I'm back up to 6'2" again.
Well, that's very good.
Oh,
As long
sure.
as you got a pulse, Mike, at our age, that's what counts.
Yeah,
All right, Ray, just as a disclaimer, we know your wife, so be careful.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Ray, what is your pet peeve, pal?
Well, right now, Michael, I lost the power in my house this morning,
Yeah.
okay, because of the wind.
Okay.
Thank God I have a generator kicked in and it's working fine. A lot of people don't have generators.
It's the best
I'm
investment.
saying,
Best
here's
investment.
My pet peeve.
Mm-hmm.
It's windy.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. But the power gets knocked out.
So
the
easy.
Simplest of problems.
Now,
And
Ray,
that's
your pet
I get
peeve?
it when you have a storm and an ice storm and
yeah.
severe weather conditions. The poor people down in the Carolinas.
Jeez,
and
isn't that
Florida,
something,
I
huh?
get that.
Yeah.
But a wind, okay, guys, what's wrong here?
Ray, you're in a new development. Aren't the lines
Yes,
buried?
all my wires for the development are underground.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I just called up just for curiosity and found out that a power station on the other side of I'm on the west side, but
Yep.
on the other side, closest to Drake, a power station went down. I have no idea why, but it's been down since I'm going to say 9:30 this morning.
Oh, now that generator you have, Ray, that starts as soon as the power gets cut. That starts by itself, correct?
Comes right on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it was the best investment that I ever made.
Ray, I'm going to echo that, and to our listeners,
Yeah, I have to get one.
about 5-6 years ago, I went and I priced out a Generac,
Yep.
and
What I have.
I dealt with somebody out of Lowell, Carlson's, and geez, man, I can't even tell when the power goes out.
Really?
It's that smooth. It's that quick.
Yeah, and the other thing is when I first bought this, we're in a 55 plus. When I first
Are you
bought-
55, Ray?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
One leg is 55. When I first bought it, I had one of those portable units,
Yeah, I did too.
and that was 10 years ago. So 10 years ago I was 71. It wasn't bad dragging it out.
Getting
I said to my
five
wife, you know
five
what?
gallons of gas.
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going outside.
In the
Forget
winter.
it.
Well,
So you guys
yeah.
have battery storage units, or
yeah, they have a battery in it. The Generacs will start like Ray
Yeah,
has
my
a certain.
Generac works off the gas.
okay?
That's,
I have
natural gas.
propane on mine, but it's also a generator, battery, and the battery is what kicks it on. So to charge that battery, the machine will start once a week at a specific time, say Tuesdays, 2:00, and it
Yeah.
runs maybe 8-9 minutes, if that,
Oh, really?
and it charges the battery. And then once a year, I have them come out. They go through the whole thing, and but it is so smooth. The transition is so
Yeah.
smooth. It's your clocks don't even go off. It's nutty. You
Oh,
may
really?
you may
don't get
lose
the blinking clocks.
yeah, you don't get that.
Yeah.
It's that smooth. The only one maybe on the microwave, you might lose it for whatever reason. And you might lose you're gonna lose your TV stations until it reboots.
But it comes right back on.
Comes right back on. Yeah. Yeah. So that's Ray's biggest gripe.
Well,
No-
it is too. You know
no
what?
power.
When you hit our age, Mike, I don't gripe about anything.
Yeah, I know that.
Believe
Hey, Ray, you and I had a conversation a couple of days ago, and we were talking, and your family has been very closely knit, like it used to be years and years ago, and people
Yep.
don't do that so much now. I want you to tell Louie how many people your beautiful wife Kay, my cousin,
Well,
has
we
for
just
dinner
went
on
from-
Wednesday.
Oh
We
God.
just went from 11 to 12.
Oh man.
Every
because
Wednesday.
My grandson John now has a girlfriend,
Oh, okay.
so she comes as well. So we're up to 12 on Sundays.
Wow.
Does she know anything about Italians?
Oh yeah,
is she
her,
Italian?
her parents, one
Oh,
side
okay.
of her family is.
Oh, all right.
So it's not a
But,
culture shock for her.
No,
No.
it's not.
Listen, for me, it's the best.
Hey, Ray, thank you very, very, very much for calling in.
Okay, pal.
Did you try any of the Crispelli's?
I did.
Wednesday?
They were great.
We're
I
going to
was
talk
down
more
there-
about that. We're going to talk
Oh,
more about that.
Yeah, I was down there this week, and it was they were good.
Hey, a pleasure. Thanks for the phone call, Ray. We got to
Okay,
take a
guys.
break,
Good to
pal.
talk to you,
Take
Ray.
it easy.
Why don't you take us out, Lou?
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
When you dine at Ristorante Melisse in Amesbury, Massachusetts, you feel at home while enjoying an authentic Italian dining experience not to be forgotten. From the appetizer to dessert, you won't regret your choice. Bring your cravings and appetites. They promise you won't leave hungry or without leftovers for the next day. Takeout and catering are also available. Give them a call or visit them online for the menu, online ordering, and reservations. RistoranteMelisse.com. That's RistoranteMolise.com or call 978-388-4844. Ristorante Melisse, where you're treated like family. Legacy Care Law Firm provides estate planning and elder law services to people in the greater Merrimack Valley and southern New Hampshire areas with offices in North Andover and Woburn, Massachusetts, as well as Nashua and Salem, New Hampshire. Discussing family and financial matters with an attorney can be intimidating, but our goal is to help you prepare for the future as you preserve your legacy. We help clients qualify for government medical benefits and ensure their estates are preserved for their families so they don't need to worry about their estate being wiped out by high nursing home expenses. Legacy Care Law Firm attorneys are here to support your journey toward a more secure financial future.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This is Cindy.
And Mike Kunstler.
Owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
He is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
Okay, and we are back. You're listening to the Sicilian Corner podcast, and the subject today is what drives you bonkers? What annoys you the most? And right now we do have a caller. Caller, you're on the Sicilian Corner podcast.
Mikey, is that me?
Yeah,
I got you.
Yep.
Oh, hey there, Michael. Thank you, Lou. Thank you. So I don't have a pet peeve, but Mikey, you're giving me the opportunity to talk about what we're doing down at St. Alfio's with the Spellies. So if I could just take a couple minutes, I appreciate the time and the platform. So for those folks that aren't on Facebook or don't go into social media, we, the St. Elf Society, is now in the Sicilian Kitchen authentic Crispelli business.
Wow. Wow. I heard some very good comments, Tony. Very, very, very positive.
I appreciate that. We had our soft opening on Ash Wednesday 2 days ago, and we did very well. And we so from today, starting at 4:00 for continuing through Lent, we're going to be selling authentic Sicilian Crispellis at St. Alfio's, right at 20 Common Street.
Okay.
If anyone is interested in pre-ordering, they can go to our website, and the pre-order is right there. It's very simple. You pre-order, you put down what time you want, you put down what varieties. We have the 4 varieties. We have anchovy, regatta, we have plain, and we have sugar. They're $2 each, $24 a dozen. Put your order in. They'll be ready. They'll be hot. They'll be piping. And I've got to thank, I've got a bunch of people to thank. This is a massive project that we all.
Oh, I'm sure.
I got to thank my chairs. Orazio Garosa, Johnny Caprioli, Jimmy Piemonte are chairing this. My feast chairman this year, Wayne Peters and Dave Cucciaro, are working heavily with these guys. We've gotten up to 63 volunteers, people who are looking to help us with this.
No
the
kidding.
End goal, the end goal, guys, is, we're going to be selling the Crispellis at the feast. And it's something, when we started talking about this, like last fall, I was really optimistic that potentially Greg Prado from Crispelli USA was going to come back, because I really thought that I was hoping he'd come back, but he told us he wasn't coming back. You know, this year we've got this is the year that we overlap with St. Anthony's.
Yeah.
And he was committing to St. Anthony's, which is right and fine. But when we found out that he wouldn't be here, the guys basically said, "Hey, you know, this is really something that's important to our feast. That's sort of a signature. You know, obviously when Peter Messina was running the Italian Kitchen, it was a staple in our festival. And so, you know, reluctantly, I said, guys, you know, if we can get the help, we can get the commitment for the recipes, and we can get the equipment, we can get a budget. Yeah, but it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be, and it was. But we've done a bunch of test kitchens. The Messina family has been very helpful. We literally have the Messina recipe from the Italian Kitchen that we're utilizing.
Oh,
and,
wow.
It's been a great effort. Like I said, a lot of enthusiasm from a lot of people, and the product is very tasty. I think there's been a bunch of comments online that you just referred to.
Yeah.
Michael, people who bought them and got them on Wednesday, and again, we'll be open every Friday during Lent, and then depending on how that goes, we'll be doing some more opportunities prior to the feast weekend. But it's been a hell of a project, and I'm very proud of everybody that has volunteered, that's helping. And if you don't want to go online to pre-order, you can just come down at 4:00 and put your order in. And we're right there at the building, right there at 20 Common Street. You can put your order in, and you can order some again, authentic Sicilian Crispellis.
Yeah.
These are the Crispellis that from the old Italian Kitchen. This is the recipe that we're utilizing.
That sounds fantastic. And this is a great fundraiser to help spearhead the projects for the feast.
So I guess one of the residual benefits of all this is that this could potentially be a very nice profit revenue stream for us.
Sure.
But frankly, when this was brought to our attention that there potentially would be a void, it was about keeping the tradition alive. It was about keeping the Crispelli as part of our feast, because it really is a unique item. That when you think about the Feast of Three Saints, you think, oh, Crispellis.
Yeah.
And the guys, like I said, the guys were very, very enthusiastic about doing this. And you know, again, the proof is, you know, we went out, we bought, you know, just to give you an example, we bought commercial friolators. So the exact same, you know, they call them donut friolators, the same friolators that Pete had in his store are the friolators that we're utilizing. You know, when you come down, you see the setup, you'll see that. You know, the recipes, you know, the frying techniques, all of that we've been able to sort of, you know, recreate. And I guess the proof is in the pudding, which is come on down, you know, try Crispelli, and you know, let us know. So
and if you're getting out of work on Friday afternoon around 4:00, come right by the society. You won't have to wait long. Andy Parisi's got a question for you, Tony, and I don't know if you can answer this. What kind of cooking oil are they using? Do you know?
So we're using a soybean-based cooking oil. That's what we were told. That's what Pete at the end. That's what he was using. He was using a soybean-based cooking oil. The Crispelli. Yeah, one of the things that we noticed is that the insides are a lot fluffier and the outsides are nice and crispy.
Nice.
So that's what we're using. That's what we're using. Yes.
Well, I think the reason for the brownness on the outside is the two friolators have two different temperatures. One for cooking, and then the second one that they put them into brown them, that's got to be 40 degrees higher than the first one.
Okay, so that's interesting because I didn't know that, but you're exactly right. So so when the Crispellis get dropped in the first friolator,
that's the cook.
That temperature is I think around 320 degrees, and the intent is to cook the center of the Crispelli, and then once it turns to and this is what we've been telling guys again. Orazio, John and Jimmy have done a great job of training guys.
I'm sure.
Ruth Messina has been helping us. She's been coming over teaching people how to drop them. So once they get to what we call a Chinese chicken finger color, when they get to that color, yellow, that's when we flip them into the second fry later.
Right.
And that fry later is now, I think, at 370 degrees.
Yeah, it should be 40 degrees difference. Yeah.
And that's when it cooks to crispness. So we're looking at a 50-degree, 40-degree difference. You're right. And then when they turn, when they're golden brown, that's when they come out, and then we stop batching them.
You're making me hungry. You're making me
Come
hungry.
on down, Mikey. Listen, they're on me. You and Lou want to come down? They're on me. Whatever you want, we'll put the order in. They're on me. Whatever.
Hey,
You got to
listen,
bring some to the studio.
there you go.
Get on the air.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like
Well,
it.
the problem is, Lloyd, the problem is that we're not cooking until 4 o'clock. That's the problem.
That's the only problem. Yeah. And this is just during Lent, Louis, on Fridays.
Okay.
So,
It's just going left on Fridays. Yeah. Right.
thanks for the phone call.
My pleasure. Listen, guys, you guys do a great job. Thank you for the opportunity. And again, if you want to pre-order, go to our website, 3saintsinc.org. You can pre-order right there.
You can
Or
put
if
the
you're on
time in.
Facebook, find us on Facebook. There's an order link on Facebook at 3 Saints Inc. as well. Thank you for the time. You guys do a great job, and hope to see you soon.
Hey,
Thanks, guys.
Tony, before you go, one quick question. Tony?
Yes.
Do we have any plans at the society? This is a question that's coming up on our chat. Do you have any
Okay.
plans for making rice balls in the future?
You know something? We're calling this venture the Sicilian Kitchen, and the reason we're calling it the Sicilian Kitchen is because we wanted this year. We wanted to make sure that we perfected the crispelli, but there's an opportunity down the road to extend the product line, which we go into again authentic Sicilian rice balls, which, as you know, Pete and Piero's and USA, they make great rice balls. But the ones that we would do would be the cone-shaped ones, as you know, Michael.
Okay, yeah.
The authentic recipe would be something that we would capture, and if we did that next year or the following year, there is some discussion. But right now, we're just focusing on perfecting the crispelli. So that's something we would think about.
Understandable. Hey, Tony, thank you very much.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Lou.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Have a good weekend. Louis, you want to take a break?
Sounds like you should be looking for a storefront. That's what it sounds like.
Well, you know something, they have room between the Paris Center and the Society.
Yeah.
They could set up the fryer laters there. People could just walk down Common Street, tables right there. The guys are working out back, the hot oil's in the back and that alleyway there.
No, I mean, a year round. I mean, you got to expand this.
You know, it's trying to get the workers and trying to get the volunteers to keep in mind, nobody gets paid at the society. Not one person benefits in any way. No, this is something that's good.
Yep.
You got the people that are spearheading it know what they're doing. And I can't wait. I can't wait to give them a shot, to be honest with you. I know they're not your favorite cup of tea because you had one
Not
once.
the anchovy ones.
The
I'll
anchovy?
try the others, but not the anchovy
You get the
ones.
anchovies from Argentina. Oh, man, let me tell you.
I can still taste it on demand.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back, everybody.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef, offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverbeef.com.
Sisters and co-owners Antoinetta and Elisa brought their family authentic Italian recipes from Molise, Italy, and a warm and welcoming dining experience to its customers at Ristorante Molise. The combination of their meals made from natural, homemade, fresh ingredients, and your time with family and friends together at dinner time is unmatched. Located in Market Square in the heart of Amesbury, they're open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday from 3 to 9 p.m. and are available for private parties during off hours. For reservations, call them at 978-388-4844. That's 978-388-4844. Legacy Care Law Firm provides estate planning and elder law services to people in the greater Merrimack Valley and southern New Hampshire areas, with offices in North Andover and Woburn, Massachusetts, as well as Nashua and Salem, New Hampshire. Discussing family and financial matters with an attorney can be intimidating, but our goal is to help you prepare for the future as you preserve your legacy. We help clients qualify for government medical benefits and ensure their estates are preserved for their families so they don't need to worry about their estate being wiped out by high nursing home expenses. Legacy Care Law Firm attorneys are here to support your journey toward a more secure financial future.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler.
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
he is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, see it to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
And we are back. The discussion today is what really annoys the living bejeebers out of you. And we've been getting some phone calls, and right now we have another caller, and it's our good friend Roger. Roger, good morning.
Good morning, Mikey. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm back to 6'2", pal. Back to 6'2".
Really? Weren't you 5'4" before?
Oh, let me tell you, everybody in my neighborhood was taller than Mike. Roger, you got a pet peeve?
Well, I know we're on the last end of the show, so I can't bore you with it. But a couple of things. One,
is when
Bore
you
you?
get these. Huh?
Was that your goal to come bore us with it?
No.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All these young kids, when they speak, it's like they have a determined amount of time to get all the words out of their mouth so quickly. You can even really give me a break. I can't understand them. I don't care how well they enunciate. It's like that. It's like that former vice president, like word salad. I don't get it.
Yeah, I get it. That's your pet peeve, though. Really, seriously,
Well,
with all that's wrong in this world, that's your freaking pet peeve.
I know, Roger. I was hoping for a little bit more.
Yeah, I
than
thought
that.
you were going to have some meat here.
Well, I'm trying to be a good boy.
All right.
Let me put it that way.
No, set that down for a minute.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
However, your cousin that called.
Yeah.
I have information.
Ray DeFury.
Relative to the generators and stuff.
Yep.
And I don't give a rat's patootie if your utilities are underground. Go out to the end of the development, and where does the power come from? Overhead.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't make any damn difference.
I think it helps a little bit.
Okay, we're going to get to a pet peeve.
Yeah.
The local people, that when they come through, and I know in my area, Liberty Electric, they come through and they're doing a great job of taking down all the trees and crap. They're going to fall on the wires. You get that one hole that doesn't want them to take anything down.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's like, really, pal?
yeah. No, it's a good point, but they call themselves arborists. But let me tell you something: they massacre trees on your property. They massacre.
Have you ever had to do a chainsaw like in front of my house? Chainsaw and get into grapevines?
Ooh.
Oh, that what a pain. Yeah.
Oh, and then again, you're in the street, and all these. You were talking about the people that speed and go crazy and bob and weave. Do you want to put up with that stuff too? Not only is the tree going to kill you, the people on the street are going to kill you.
I have one for you. You're watching a movie, right, Lou? And I think you can appreciate that. You're watching a movie and you're into it, and then all of a sudden it's commercial break.
Yep.
And the commercial is probably 3 or 4 times higher in volume than the freaking show you're watching. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, especially if it's at night and you're ready to doze off. Because I have a tendency to fall asleep with the TV on.
Yep.
And all of a sudden you got this thing that 3 octaves higher than the movie. It drives me freaking crazy.
Now I don't mind commercials because I'm in the industry and I kind of like the art form, so that doesn't bother me so much. But on a lot of these streaming services, they cut the commercial in the middle of the show. Like they don't wait for a commercial break. It's like in the middle of a scene. Okay. It's like that drives me nuts.
Like you're hanging on a cliff.
Yeah,
you're waiting what's going to happen next.
What?
Yeah.
Supposedly, according to the FCC, they made a ruling or a law or whatever.
Yeah, they did, but nobody enforces it.
Yeah, exactly. Like every other damn law in the country.
Roger, quick question before you go. All right.
Yep.
Do you watch Channel 9 in the morning?
Not in the morning, no.
Okay. When do you watch it?
I watch it at night for the news. Or actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I watch it.
If
for
this
the
is
weather.
going to be hard, you let me know.
Louis knows what I'm talking about. I watch it for the weather because everything else is crap.
Yep.
My point, Lou, is this.
That's why we have phone apps, Roger, so we don't have to watch that crap.
That's right. What I'm referring to is this. In the morning, I'm up every morning at 4:30.
Yeah.
First thing I want to do is put the news on, see what's going on in the world. All right.
Fair enough.
And they got
which news do you watch, Mikey?
Channel 9.
Okay, Channel 9.
Usually.
Yeah.
And they have these 2 young ladies with the squeakiest, nerve-wracking, drive you freaking bananas voices. It drives me nuts.
All right, you got me somewhere, and this is going to get me in trouble.
Go ahead.
Because I'm working at the sports book now.
All right.
And there's been a major trend in play-by-play to bring women involved in play-by-play.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Why?
And the thing about it is, and it's not that women can't do the job, an excited woman's voice drives men crazy.
Tell me about it.
Right? So when the woman starts to get really no, it's just it's
listen to Roger.
It's primal. It's primal. It's part of our DNA. When a woman gets excited, we just get it's like it drives us nuts.
It's like chalkboard. It's the nails on a chalkboard. That's what I can't.
They're not doing anything wrong, but men are just when they hear a woman excited, it's like, oh no, what's going on?
But they have
we run the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
They have two of them, and both of them got high-pitched voices.
Well, one of them, Mike, is on Chronicle with your, I won't call him a mentor, but somebody Fritz Weatherby.
No more. He's retired. He retired.
Oh! You want to get me another one?
Roger, control yourself, Roger.
Away.
What is it?
How could we miss you? They're doing reruns of this guy on this. Come on, get a life.
Don't you pick on my Fritz.
They're doing reruns of a weather guy.
No, he does history. He does history. The guy's unbelievable. Okay. He's old Yankee. He comes out with some great things, and you can get all his shows on streaming.
Yep.
And he really brings out some pretty good stuff. He really does.
He's great when he tells a story, but on Fridays I tune him out because of Binky and Fern.
Okay. I like them.
Okay.
Two of his characters.
Please.
Roger, take care of yourself.
Appreciate the call. Thanks so much.
Take care. Thanks for the phone call.
I think I just got to the root of it too, because I was thinking of Susan Walden, the Yankees broadcaster, who's been around forever.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And she sounds like my mother. So I think that's it. I don't think it's like your partner. I think it's your mother.
Could be.
You're Italian.
It could be.
When your mother got excited, you just ran, right?
My mother really never raised her voice much.
No?
No. Why? She had me as a son. Why she would? I mean, really? Come on.
Even when you get kicked out of Central Catholic, she didn't raise her voice?
Central Catholic was a sore spot. I didn't want to go in the first place.
Yep.
But to make my mother happy,
yep,
I went. I liked it.
Well, my mother was Irish. She wasn't even Italian, but when she got excited, it was the time to
well, my mother wasn't like that, but I went.
Yeah.
And then when we had ran into a problem in our second year, we had to leave. But I wish I could have graduated. Great school, school. Made some great friends.
Yep.
All that and the other thing. But it was to appease my mom. I would have been better served if I would have went to Lawrence High in my freshman year and played football for 4 years. Because of the situation, I ended up losing a year.
Yeah.
Of eligibility, which really hurt.
Yeah.
Which really hurt. But good school. Good school.
All right. So what's your pet peeve? Have you been sitting on one? Did we get it out?
The one about the woman in the morning with the squeaky voices, that really kind of drives me crazy. What else we have here? Tailgaters we talked about. Aunt Grace.
Here's the problem. I can be a tailgater.
Really?
Yeah. If you're not driving up to where you should be driving, if you're not giving me the speed limit, you're going to get a gate full of me.
Barbara will sit back. If I get too close to somebody or somebody moves over and gets in front of me and we're relatively close, she does the jerk motion, but she's a good passenger.
My daughter was the worst. She was such a tailgater.
Oh.
And the thing about her, I tried to teach her. I'd drive with her and I tried to teach her. You'd be on the highway and you'd see the brake lights go and she wouldn't get a foot on the brake. And I'm going like, if there's a brake light in front of you,
slow down.
You're off the gas and on the brake. You don't have to hit the brake, but you got to be ready.
Louis, you remember this a few years ago, not too long ago. Truck drivers.
Oh,
truck drivers were the best drivers on the highway. Courteous. They would stop. They would help you if you needed help.
Yep.
I mean, they were the best. Today,
no.
I see trucks pulling stunts. They should be ashamed of themselves.
I know.
You got an 18-wheeler. I mean, it's not going to stop on a dime. You see them passing in the passing lane. They shouldn't even be out there.
Yep.
It's a whole different.
They weave too.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it.
And you couldn't.
But you talk about tailgating. You'll be cruising in that middle lane. And all of a sudden you look and you can't see nothing but the big grill. It looks like a big mouth.
Yep.
Right on your bumper.
And I grew up on the time when I'm cutting in front of a tractor trailer.
Like your light.
No. Well, yes, I blink my light, but I also go far down the line. I give them stopping distance. I don't cut right in front of them. And that's the way I was kind of raised. But now they're just on you all the time.
Well, things are changing, and service people that answer your phones, I don't care if it's Verizon, I don't care who it is. You go to call for service, you're having a problem, and you get somebody from a foreign country like Korea or wherever.
Yep.
You can't freaking understand the word they're saying. Every other word is, can you say that again?
Yeah.
That drives me. You're making all kinds of money. You're charging people ridiculous amounts of money. For Christ's sake, have somebody in the United States answer your phone and speaks English. Right?
Yep.
It pisses me off.
Okay, can we go to Market Basket? Because we were talking about Market Basket earlier.
Yeah, we
and
were.
It's not a Market Basket thing.
Go ahead.
I don't have a problem with Market Basket. People in the aisles, it's two-way traffic. Do not put the cart on one side of the aisle and go shop on the other side of the aisle, and just block the whole thing.
Especially at Market Baskets, because the aisles are not quite as large as some of the supermarkets. You know what I mean?
And mine in Newburyport is so small.
Well, that wasn't an original Demula store. That was another store that was there that they took over.
I didn't know that. But it's smaller physically, and it's kind of an older clientele.
Yeah.
And they sit there and they chat in the middle of these aisles. And it's like, people got to go places. They got to do things. Just give some room.
Well, the buses, the bus picks people up at these nursing homes and whatnot, people that are able assisted living, and they bring them down to the Market Basket to do their shopping.
Yeah.
So it's their way of getting out and communicating with each other. And
but there's a sense of community in Newburyport, which I love, but not in the aisles of Market Basket. Go down the waterfront and chat.
Hey, listen, I understand. So anyway, Andy Parisi, take care. Have a good weekend. He's saying hello to Barbara. Roger, take care of yourself.
Andy says anchovies are the best. They may be.
Don't forget the St. Alfio Society. Today is Friday at 4:00. They'll have Crispelli's rating for you. Give them a shot. I'd love to hear from people next week what you think. What I heard on Facebook today and saw on Facebook, Ash Wednesday was huge.
Yeah.
Huge. So, and maybe, Andy, they will stop making rice balls. I'm sure they will. Listen, everybody. Oh, this freaking time change. What a pain in the ass that is. I don't get me going on that. That's another thing that annoys me. Leave it the way it is.
No. Make the change and then leave it that way.
Exactly.
Not now. The time change in the fall is the one I hate. Not this one. I like this one.
This one, it should stay all the time.
Yep.
Hey, may peace be with you, my son.
May peace be with you too. We'll be back next week.
I hope so.
You know who's with us next week? Or should I not ask?
Johnny Savastano's dropping by.
Johnny Savastano.
Johnny Savastano's going to be on the corner. He's going to be on the corner with us.
Nice.
I'll see you, everybody. Take care.